Okay, we are back with our Week 15 picks here at Broke Bets for the NFL, and for Week 14, we had a winning week. What's up, Carson?
What's going on? It'll probably be this is like the final stretch, last month of the NFL regular season, so
Um,
teams are fighting for their playoff spot.
yeah, I killed it in the playoffs last year. I picked a lot of dogs and actually did really well, so I'm hoping can kind of repeat that this year. Um, we went positive zero point 0.7 units, 0.76 units. First game on here, Vikes win first half versus the Lions. You had that.
Yeah, that's the first Vikings first half that hasn't hit in a while. I think I've bet that probably 4 or 5 times this year, and this is the first one that didn't hit. Yeah, the Lions have just been hot lately, so credit to them.
Yeah, I think the Vikings had some. Harrison Smith was out, kind of created some problems with their defense.
Yeah, they
Already a
got a
bad
couple of
defense.
big plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the Browns Bengals over 46 again as well.
Yeah, that didn't hit as well. Sean Watson didn't play very well. They had a couple drives late. Well, the start they didn't. The score was 0-0 after the first quarter, so it wasn't a good start. Then Watson had a pick, and then another drive. They were driving all the way down, got it in the red zone, and turned it over on downs. So that's 14 points they left on the board there.
Right.
What can you do?
And then I had Tony Pollard for a touchdown in the Cowboys Texans game. The Cowboys played really an ugly game, but I felt like with the worst running defense in the Texans, Pollard didn't get his touches, and he did early in the game. Got actually two touchdowns. Got it pretty easily on this the first quarter. Then they didn't play him for the rest of the game, so there was some nervous energy if he wouldn't have scored that touchdown or those first two. But just the splitting snaps thing just makes you nervous. But again, a bad running team, they got a good chance there. Parlays, your parlay hit here.
Yeah, maybe I should have took both these spreads straight because both of those hit.
Yeah,
But gave a couple points and got some juice
that
to win.
Jets one was real close though.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
figured they would keep that game close. They play good D.
right. And then they're also coming back for the points, and that the Bills were going to kneel it, so it wasn't as nerve
Right.
wracking. Still a bit nervous. Um, then my parlay was the Eagles minus 2.5 and the Chiefs minus 2.5. Just big favorites, and the Giants and the Broncos can't score can't put up points consistently. The Chiefs got up by 27 and let the Broncos back up in the game, and the Eagles just absolutely demolished them. So no big surprises there. That's another winning week. And let's get into this week's picks now. So for the first game, we have the 49ers and the Seahawks. I think that I'm picking the 49ers spread here. I think that Brock Purdy's playing actually better than most people would expect, and their defense ranks number one in the NFL. Probably gonna be pretty hard for the Seahawks to stay very close in this race. Doing the 49ers minus 3.5 at plus 100.
Yeah, they're trying to win their division, so I do like the 49ers here. Thursday night game, short preparation, like the run game, and I think they should cover the spread maybe by half a point just to be sure.
Right. On Saturday we have the Colts and the Vikings. I'm very conflicted about this game. The Vikings defense is so bad. They're bad against the run. Jonathan Taylor exists. If there's no pass rush, Matt Ryan can actually play okay. I don't have an angle on this game. What's your spot here?
Yeah, the Colts had a bye last week, and before that, they played on Sunday night against the Cowboys and hung in there for the first half and then turned the ball over a ton. So I do think they can keep it a little close, but I do lean the Vikings -4 here.
All right, you heard it. Also, you said first half spread. I think before to me might be another good
Yeah,
option.
I could do that as well. I do like playing that.
Next one, Ravens at the Browns. Deshaun Watson's playing a little bit slow. Tyler Huntley's in the game. Um, Hard to predict how this game's gonna go. And I know you like the under 37 here.
Yeah, I mean, um, Watson hasn't played all that well the first couple of games back. I mean, don't really kind of know when's he gonna break out, But I feel like against the good D of the Ravens, it won't be this week, so I like the under.
I think they're also just relying on Watson more than their run game. They're more of a run first team, and they kind of are passing that by. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Not the
don't
best
think they've
strategy.
been sustaining the run because they've been down in past couple of games.
Yeah. For Saturday night, we got the Dolphins playing the Bills here. I've been informed by you that this is game you'll expect some snow for this game. We've kind of picked the Dolphins spread a couple times in a row and hasn't really paid off against some higher level teams. And Tua, if it's me really cold out, there's a good chance that he's a little bit smaller of a guy, hands to get colder, harder to throw the ball. Bills -7 is a nice spot.
Yeah, I do like that. There's supposed to be like 3 to 5 inches, I think, Saturday night. 3 to 5 inches snow Saturday night. The Dolphins in their last game at LA, they had heaters by their benches when it was like 55 degrees out, and now it's supposed to be like 20. So, uh, I don't know how they will handle the weather. Probably
Oh,
not very well, would be my
yeah.
guess.
Josh Allen doesn't seem to play worse in the bad weather, so he's still going to run the ball, run people over, all of that good stuff.
Right.
Uh, Sunday, we have the Eagles and the Bears. Eagles just effortlessly are putting up points, and they're going to do that same thing here. Justin Fields, I guess it's just the question whether the Bears can keep up. And the over 48.5 looks pretty good for how both teams have been scoring.
Yeah, definitely. I do like that a lot. I mean, the Eagles are bound to put at least 30, if not 40.
Yeah.
And I would assume the Bears can put up maybe 20, especially if Fields has been running like he has been. So I do like that over here quite a bit.
All right. Cowboys at the Jags, picking the Cowboys right away. Um, they've kind of been hot and cold in how they've been playing, but generally you're just going to take the bigger, stronger team here in the Cowboys.
Yep, nailed it. Uh, they did keep the Texans in it, but good teams find a way to win, and they did that. So
Right.
I like them to keep the momentum going and win again.
Yes, sir. Next, Chiefs and the Texans. Chiefs, again, they put up a lot of points, but they've been letting teams back into games, and that just happened with Russell Wilson and the Broncos. Texans kept it close versus the Cowboys. I guess you just follow that trend. I don't see an actual bet here for the Texans. Like, can you really trust them? But plus 14 uh, is probably a good line here.
Yeah, if I do bet them, it'd probably be alternate spread like plus 20.
Or 35.
I mean, yeah, teams just don't win by that much usually, because they'll play like prevent defense and let the other team
and,
back into it a little bit.
and the Chiefs have been kind of notorious for that. Like, they did it with the Bengals like twice last year, and they've done it with quite a few teams before. So,
Yep, plus 14.
all right, next, Lions and the Jets. Picking the Lions, they're just on a roll here. Pretty diverse offense. Goff is playing really well. Their offensive line is doing really well. Probably be hard for the Jets pass rush to really get home. And yeah, the Lions should be able to play okay enough defense to hold off the Jets offense.
Yeah, I mean they're 5-1 in their last 6 games. Their only loss was to the Bills, which that
They
was on Thanksgiving, and their kicker missed like 30 yard field goal, which and they only lost by 3. So I do like the Lions. They've been playing really well lately.
Yes, sir. Next, Steelers and the Panthers. I don't know. The Steelers just feel like they have no momentum here. Um, I'm picking the -3 for the Panthers. It's just a fade on the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean the Panthers went to Seattle and beat the Seahawks. Seahawks are trying to get a playoff push here, but Panthers with Sam Darnold, they've been playing better, but they've been running the ball well, and I don't know. I like them to continue that.
Okay, next we got the Falcons and the Saints. You're looking at a different quarterback starting this game with Desmond Ritter. The Saints have a pretty good defense, probably be pretty neutral, and also don't have the best offense. I believe though Andy Dalton might have been dropping dimes on the Falcons last time they played them. But the under 43.5 probably is the right spot here.
Yeah, that's what I'm liking as well. I mean, you can't really expect the second, third round rookie or whatever Desmond Ritter was to be able to put up many points against a good defense like the Saints. And Saints offense hasn't been looking that great. So I do like the under.
Boom. Under in the Saints and the Buccaneers. I feel like the under mixes pretty well.
Right.
Um, Next we get the Patriots and the Raiders. Taking the Patriots, we'll just do money line. I just don't think the Raiders are consistent enough to put these games together. They're going to play a better defense. And the Patriots, I mean, they're a weird team. Like they put up 27 points and they didn't have even like Mac Jones didn't even have a throwing touchdown, which just seems weird, you know. But the Patriots just get the job done in these types of games.
Yeah, it's Bill Belichick facing his former assistant Josh McDaniels. I think Bill will have a good game plan for him. I think he'll know him better than pretty much everyone else. So I do like the Patriots defense to get a couple turnovers here and get some short fields for Mac Jones. So I do like the Patriots to win.
All right, next we got Cardinals and the Broncos. Not much to go off of this game. You don't have Kyler Murray. I don't know. I doubt that Russell Wilson will be playing in this game because of his head injury and the NFL's kind of stigma with this stuff right now after the Tua incident. So you're probably looking at a pretty low scoring game. Which team do you trust? I'd say neither. I wouldn't even trust the over under, but if I had to make a pick, I'd say under 36.5 at that crazy low number.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt either start. Yeah, I mean, either starter quarterback's probably not going to be playing, so it's going to be battle of the backups. Uh, I mean, that number's just already so low. It's hard to make a pick, but that's what I would lean.
Yeah, not watching the game, that's for certain.
Yeah.
Next, get the Bengals playing the Buccaneers. Bengals are on a roll. Buccaneers just, man, fucking hit or miss. Tom Brady, you're getting he just can't put points on the board in the first three quarters or in most games besides that fucking end of the Saints game. So I mean, Bengals -3.5 is probably right.
Yeah, the Bengals have been playing really well lately. Beating beating the Browns last week, beating the Chiefs before then, and the Steelers before that. So I like them. They're on, I think, like a 5 game win streak right now. So I like them to continue that. Their defense has been playing really well, and the offense is just getting started.
I think this follows the story of last season too. I think the Bengals started slow and kind of did the same
Yeah,
ordeal
I
a
mean the
little bit.
Bears beat the Bengals last year, which is crazy to think about them going to the Super Bowl. But
Right. Next game, Titans at the Chargers. We're picking the under 47.5. I mean, clock's gonna be running with Derrick Henry getting the ball in this game. He probably will get yards, but man, people just stuff the box with Derrick. I mean, they know the game plan, and the Chargers just seem very hit or miss. They could only put up 17 points or whatever against, or 20 points up against the Raiders defense. Kind of questionable what they're going to do here.
Yeah, I mean the Chargers defense played well last week against the Dolphins. I mean, one of the Dolphins' 7 points of their 17 was from Tyreek Hill, the fumble. Like, I mean, they can't really defend that any
Right.
better. So, I mean, I think the Chargers defense will hold the Titans to probably like around 15 to 20 would be my guess.
Right. And then to polish it off, we got the Giants and the Commanders. Um, Two teams somehow in playoff contention. I think the Giants are starting to fall out of that.
Yep.
Um, and last game, the line was set at 40 and a half, and it hit for the under at 40 points when they tied. What's your spot for this game?
Um, I think the Commanders are the favorite for for a good reason. They've been playing a lot better as of late. They're also, like we were just talking about the Bengals, they're also pretty hot right now as well. Um, they beat Eagles, Texans, Falcons, and then tied the Giants, and then had a bye week last week. So they're on a four-game, I guess you would call it, non-losing streak. Is the tie.
Unbeaten.
Yeah, but I don't know. They've been playing pretty well, so
Heineke is always better than what people suspect. He makes plays with his feet and somehow stays in games, and that's just not the same with Carson Wentz, I don't think.
yeah, their D line is really good as well, and they usually um, control the line of scrimmage there.
Okay, well, I think I said I polish it off, but I forgot we got one more. We got Rams and the Packers. Take in the Rams plus
This
7.
game doesn't really matter. We all know.
We all know. Of course, they're going to do a night game at Lambeau because that's just how the NFL likes to run it. But Baker played okay in their last game. Packers still don't have much momentum. Um, you're fighting over two teams not going to the playoffs, so who really cares? But plus 7 for the Rams.
Yeah. I think Baker showed it in his debut with the Rams. I mean, now he gets another week to learn that playbook. I think he can do some good things here. Packers defense isn't really all that good, and I think the Rams D is good enough to keep them in it. So I like the plus 7.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey he got burned by Devontae in the Raiders game, but Devontae ain't on this team anymore, and he'll probably lock someone else up. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Jalen Ramsey, but he still is gonna dominate one of these younger wide receivers for the Packers. So probably take away some scoring options. So
Agreed.
these were the picks for the NFL. um, I will
Yes,
be
this is
betting.
the NFL.
I will be betting the 49ers probably at minus 2.5 here. I'll have to check that line. But you guys can count on me placing a bet on them. That'll be on the sheet. So, anything else for you?
Got nothing else. Saturday games, do you like any of those?
Oh shit,
Betting
probably
wise?
yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, we'll
Mm,
come out Saturday with
probably not.
picks for
Maybe
you.
maybe I'll do like a touchdown score for JT in the Colts game or something else.
We'll post it on Instagram if we do.
Yeah, to be on the Instagram story. All right. Again, 49ers minus 2.5, probably my spot here. And peace.
Peace.